In this video, we are going to continue creating YouTube comment system. In the first part, we have created the basic layout, we have added registration and the login features, we have added the comment section, and now in this part we are going to list all the comments, we are going to add replies and so much more. So before we start with this video, let's first take a look on what we did the last time. So as you can see here, we have built the basic layout, we have built complete registration system, we have built a system to login, and then also to add a comment. So now here, if I log in, okay, you can see that it works properly, but here at the moment we do not list all the comments that we have inside the database, and also if we add a new comment, nothing happens, but it actually happens in the database. We have added that one, but here nothing is there. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, yes, the new comment is there, but it's not listed here. So first let's list all the comments that we have here, and then later we will add that when someone comment, we prepend that comment here as well. Okay, so first, as you can see here, we have the number of comments. So let's get it from the database, because we are going to need that piece of information also later. So I will say here SQL number of comments is equal connection query select, let's say, ID from comments. We can use something as simple as that, and we can say that number of comments is equal SQL number of comments and then number of rows. Okay, so first, okay, here we can say, okay, and I can say echo, so number of comments, so, okay, and then also down below we are going to need it, but first let's write a function that will dynamically get all the comments from our database. So let's say it will be function get all comments, and that function can accept, let's say, two parameters, start and maximum number of comments, and here we will say if start is bigger than maximum, then in that case we will exit and stop getting the comments. Okay, now let's make one Ajax request. So I will say here, okay, we will make to the index PHP method is post, data type returned from the server is text. We will say here get all comments, that will be our flag, and then all we need here is starting point, and that will be our start. Okay, and then on success, what you are going to do, we just need to user comments append the response, and then also we want to get recursively comments again. So I will increase starting point by 20, which is the number of comments that we get in each iteration, and pretty much that's it. Now of course we will need to call this function, so I will say get all comments at the beginning, start at 0, and then we need to get the maximum, and we already have that, so I will say echo number of comments. Okay, now on PHP side we will get this flag. Okay, so I will say here, let's say here, okay, Cool. And then we will have like start, so we'll get that one. Okay. And then here what we need to do is to write one SQL query. Okay, so we will say query, and now we need to get the basic informations, which we can check here. So it is the username, the date, and the comment. Okay, so now the issue here is that in the table comments we do not have the name of the person, but we have user ID, so we will need to use the inner join in order to get. So let's test it here. So how we are going to do it, we can say select name, then we need comment, then we need from the table comments created on. Okay, from comments, and then we'll say inner join, and we can say on comments dot user ID equal users dot ID. Okay, and let's see what will happen. Is it properly written? It's not. Okay, it says sorry, inner join users on, my mistake. Let's see now. Okay, now it's here. Now we have the name, we have comment, and we have the created on, but the created on we can format better, so we can say format, and here we can say percentage year, percentage month, and percentage day as created on. Okay, let's see now. Okay, now this is looking pretty good. Okay, cool. So I will just append that here, and then we'll also say order by, let's say ID descending, and then we will limit number of by start and get 20 in each iteration. Cool. Now we will have one response, and then here we will just say while data SQL fetch associative. Now we need to create a row, so let's say we will write the function to that for that. So let's say create comment row, because we are going to use this function multiple times, and let's say to that function we will just pass the data, and maybe we can write it here. So I will say function create comment row. Okay, and here we will have data. Okay, and we will say return. Okay, now we need to grab our comment, how it looks like, which is down below. So it's here. So I will grab it and go here, paste it. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, we will need a name. So let's add it. So it is inside data name, right? Then we will need a time, which is created on. Okay, we need a comment, which is comment. And then at the moment for the replies, we don't have any. So I will just at the moment put a comment, a real one, HTML. Okay, and we will get the replies for each comment later. So let's test what we have so far. And of course here we need just to exit the response, return to the Ajax. Okay, Let's see, refresh. Okay, we have an issue. Let's see. Let's first check what we are sending to the server. Okay, headers, we get all comments and start is 0. That's fine. On Boolean. Okay, let's see. Something's wrong here. From comments, inner join user zone. Okay. Okay, probably the issue is here. So let's see, order by comments.id. Let's see now. Okay, now it works. The issue was that we said here only ID, which also exists in the users table. So probably SQL didn't know which one he should take. So that's why we say here, okay, order by comments.id. Okay, cool. Now it works properly. Refresh. Yeah, it's 3 comments. Now let's add another one. Let's say another one. Add comment, nothing happened, fine. Refresh. Now it's 4 comments, it's another one, and everything looks properly. Cool. Now let's, when someone add a new comment, we do the same thing like we did here. So what we need to do is basically we need to output this same thing. Okay, so what we can do is something like this. So each time when we insert a new comment, we can say, okay, we have this, and then we will say data equal SQL fetch associative, and then we can just say exit create comment row from the data. Okay, now the thing here is that we can create it without making this additional query, but it means that we will need to write this code pretty much again, and we already have the function for it, so let's just use that one. But first we need to limit here only 1. Okay, so it means that we want only the latest comment. Cool. And now inside Ajax, when we add the comment, let's go down below. So it's here. So what we are going to do, I will say that to the user comments we will prepend the response. Okay, let's see. Fresh a. Okay, and as you can see now it's been added, but the issue here is that we didn't increase this number of comments. We can do it as well. So we can say here var maximum is equal, and then we can grab it from here. Okay, and I will say just maximum we are going to use later. Okay, so here what we are going to do, we will just increase the maximum number of comments, and then let's find it. Okay, where are you? Okay, it's here. We can say here that we will have like some ID that is number of comments, so we can say here, okay, number of comments dot text max plus comments. Okay, this should work. Okay, let's refresh. Let's now say B. Okay, now it says 6, 7, etc. Now this is looking pretty solid. Maybe we can make it a little bit nicer, so we can say that every comment should have margin bottom set to 20 pixels. Okay, let's check. Yeah, this is looking better. Okay, now this basic like adding comments is working pretty well. Now the next thing that we need to do is to actually add replies. So what we need to do is basically under this one, add an option for reply. And if we go to the YouTube channel, sorry, YouTube video, we can see how it looks like here. You can see that under every comment they have the different options, and one of those options is reply. So we will do the same thing. Okay, so here at the top, let's say here we will have another class reply. We'll say reply. Okay, and then maybe we will have one, let's say. Okay, and maybe we will on click have some function that will say reply, and as a caller we will send the current one. Okay, and then here maybe we can say that it will be the same like time, so we can say reply. Okay, let's see, refresh. Cool. Okay, so now for each comment you are able to hit reply, but of course at the moment we don't have an option for that. So how we are going to do it? We can do it on multiple ways, but I guess the simple one will be that we grab what we have here, duplicate it and store it as new row, or maybe, yeah, why not? So we will grab this, I will put it here, I will say this will be reply row, and this will be add reply, add public comment. Okay, this will be, let's say, reply comment. Okay, and by default we will have this hidden, but what I'm looking to do is that each time when someone click on reply, we grab this and move it just before. So let's say function reply, we need to know who is caller, and so what I want to do is I want something simple as reply row dot insert after caller. Okay, and then dot reply row dot show. So let's see, when I hit refresh, reply, you can see now that we have inserted this option for adding replies, and it's right here. Okay, now of course we can, for this one, add the option to close if someone doesn't want to reply. Okay, and we can say here that on click they will say this dot, or maybe we can do something simple as dot reply row dot hide. Okay, and then here we can say this will be button default. Let's test this. So reply, close, and it's gone. We hit say reply, it's here. Now if we want here, okay, it's going to be here, but the issue here is that, let's go to the top, we are doing here hashtag, so it scrolls the page to the top, and we can say JavaScript weight 0. Okay, so now it's, you can see how it works. It's pretty solid. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is that also for when someone hit this button, we pretty much are looking to do exactly the same thing. So I can say here that for this button I'm going to do same thing. But now the issue here is that we are grabbing the comment here from the main comment, and everything else is pretty much the same. So we want to do something differently. So maybe each time when someone click, we will set some flag. So let's say is reply equal false by default, but when someone click here, yeah, we will say is reply equal true. Okay, and then for the comment, where is our comment? It's here. We can say on click is reply equal false. Okay, so now here we can say that, okay, we will have one comment, and then, or maybe, yeah, and then we can say that if is, maybe not is reply, then comment is this, else comment is equal, and then we have here reply comment, reply comment dot well. Okay, and then everything else should be the same. Now of course the issue here is that we will, in this case, we will add to the beginning, but it's fine. Let's test what we have made so far. So if I say here, okay, new comment works. Now when I hit here, I say this, hit add reply. Now that worked as well, pretty fine. Okay, now we need to do something different. So for example here, if it's not reply, we will do it this. Okay, else, maybe also here I should do it. Okay, okay, and here we want main comment that wall to be empty, and here we want that reply comment is empty. Then we also want that reply row we hide. Okay, and then we also want, okay, so first we need to know where should we add the comment, so we can do it by, so for example, let me first show you. Here when we hit reply and get here, we can see in the code that this reply row we have added exactly inside this reply. So basically we can say reply row dot parent, and then next is replies, and to that one we can append the comment. So it will be like this. So we can say, okay, dot reply row, we want to go to his parent, the next element, and append the response. Hope that makes sense. Okay, once again, this is reply row, we are going to his parent, then the next element is replies, and inside that one we will append. So let's test it. So let's see, to this one I want to add reply, and I hit add reply. What's the issue? Let's check my inputs. Okay, it was, and as you can see it works. Now it says there are 10 comments and we have appended the reply right here. Okay, now probably this, now it will work. So let's see this, and it works. Okay, cool. Now also another issue is now we are adding all of those as a comments, and if we check our database, you can see when we go here even reply is in the table comments, and it shouldn't be. So later we are not able to know who is the parent ID. Okay, so it will be smart if we create a new table replies, and inside that one we insert all the replies with, just like we did here for the user ID, we will have comment ID, and then when we list all the comments, we will also get all the replies from the replies table and be able actually to nicely display all of them. Okay, so first I will just delete this reply so that later it doesn't be confusing for us. Okay, now I'm going to create a new table, so I will say it will be named replies. Then we are going to have one column ID with auto increment. Okay, then we will have comment ID, which is integer. Then we are going to have comment, okay, which is, let's say, text. Then we are going to have created on, we need that one too, so let's say date time. And do we need anything else? Comment ID, comment created on, yes, we need now to have also user ID. We need to know who did that. Okay, and that should be fine. Okay, let's see, replies, ID, comment created on, user ID. Okay, cool. Now also from the Ajax we need to send the flag so that we know is it reply or not. Okay, so we can say here is reply and then send is reply, but let's see how it will look like so that it's not confusing for you. Okay, reply, so I will hit F12, go to the network, let's say add reply, and let's see here on the headers. Now you can see we are sending actually true or false that we can use inside our PHP. So I will go and say, okay, we have here add comment, but we will also have here is reply. Okay, and then we'll say here if is reply, we will do it one way, so it will be connection query. Okay, else if it's not reply, we are going to add to the table comments, and as you can see here we are getting the data from the comment, from the table comments, so we will leave this here. Okay, and of course I don't need those two, but for the replies the things will be a little bit different. Okay, so here we will say insert into replies, and then we are going to have comment, we will have comment ID, we will have user ID, and we are going to have created on, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so comment is our comment. Comment ID obviously we don't know at the moment, we need to add it. User ID we have in the session, and created on is now, so we will grab from the session user ID and it's going here. Okay, now for the user ID, no, for the comment ID we will need to know, but in order for us to know we need to specify somewhere that ID. So how we are going to do it, let's say here we will print data comment ID, and we can get it here. So I can say here in this one, from the table comments, we are getting ID. Okay, and then we will also do it here. Okay, and then here we will just do display, but we of course are going to make sure that it's working properly. Okay, so when I refresh, when I click here, you can see now that on this reply we always have also the comment ID that is each time different. Okay, and that's how we are going to know who the comment ID is. So when someone hit reply, let's say we will have one additional variable global. Let's say comment ID at the moment is 0, but when someone hit reply to the comment ID, will say that we will get it from caller dot attribute data comment ID. Okay, so now let's test that. So here when I hit reply and when I check the comment ID, you can see it's 12. When I click here and print, it's 11. And I hit this one. Okay, so as you can see, each time we are going to have the comment ID stored. And here we can reset comment ID back to the 0. But here we want to send it, so I'll say comment ID is comment ID. Okay, and here let's put it, okay, so maybe like this. Okay, fine, cool. And here we will just add it. Okay, so now first let's test, are we able to actually add replies to proper table. So let's say we know that this one is comment ID 12, right? So I'll say reply to 12, hit add reply. Okay, what I say, okay, that's fine. This is error because of here, that's fine. We are testing just now here, and we can see that now we have the table replies and that we have added a new one. The user ID is number 2, comment ID is 12, comment is fine, created on is fine. Okay, now the only thing that I want is this. I want to say that our comment ID is comments ID. Okay, and then we want another one, so not, we want this. Okay, we want to say that user ID is table users ID. Okay, that should be fine. So now when we click on the comment ID, we can go right there, and then now the thing is that, for example, here inside the replies, I'm also storing the user ID. Of course, I could get it based on going to the comments table and then grabbing it here, but the issue is here we will need to do every time at least 2 inner joins in order to get that name from the person who made a reply, and I don't think that's the smartest thing to do. So for that reason, this way it's much better. It's just one additional column, and it's for us much faster, especially if we have very large database with a lot of the data. Okay, so now the next thing is that we need, okay, to do it like this. Now when we insert into replies, we will need to create SQL to get the data, so we can again do the same thing as we did for the comment. So maybe we can duplicate this, and let's say, so we want from the table replies.id, we'll get name comment. Okay, this is from the table replies. Okay, from table, okay, replies. And then as you can see now, because we have in the table replies also user ID, we can use this same query and it should work properly. So let's see, we'll refresh. Now when I add reply to 11, I will hit, okay, let me check this, I'll hit add reply, and as you can see now it's added, it's appended here. Okay, and now let's check our replies. You can see it works properly. Comment ID is 11, user ID 2, we have the date, we have everything created properly. Okay, now of course when we refresh, again we are missing all the replies, but let's do that as well. Okay, so here in the replies, what we will need to do is to also for each comment ID grab all replies. So how we are going to do it? So we can do something simple as this. Okay, so here we will have, so first you can say that this will be our response, then we will finish it here. Okay, then response dot equal, okay, and then this will be our comment. Sorry. Okay, so now here we need to say, we need pretty much to use again the same thing like we did here. So I can say, okay, this. Okay, now the issue here is, so let me check. So we have replies.id, name comment, okay, as created on, from replies in a join. Okay, but first we should add one where, so we want only for this current comment ID. Okay, so I can say from replies. Okay, and then we can say here for this, we can say where replies dot comment ID equal this, and it is inside our current data ID. This should work, but we will see. Okay, we are missing the connection. Okay, but what we can do is say here global con, and this should work. Okay, and then you can say this. So we'll say here data replies, okay, what's the issue here? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, now it will be fine. Let's see, refresh. And here we go. Now as you can see here, we have the list of all the main comments, and then we also have the list of all replies, and the same thing again. So if we go now and add new comment to the Z, add reply, it's here. When we refresh, it's again here. Okay, so now as you can see guys, we have built pretty solid YouTube comment system with ability to do replies and to ability to register, to log in, and do so many other stuff. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please like it and share it to your friends. And of course, if you have any questions or anything, make sure that you ask in the description below, and I will be more than happy to answer all of them. Take care.